this concept. So actually, in a MOS transistor, we have different regions, right? Such as source, drain, gate, silicon dioxide, substrate, and some depletion regions and the channels. Okay, when we have these many number of regions, knowingly or unknowingly, those regions will be acting as some diodes or capacitances. Okay, so that is the model here. So the total structure of a MOS transistor is consisting of different number of capacitances and also the diodes. In the previous discussions, we have said that uh, this source and the drain is connected as two diodes back to back, right? You see here what are the different types of capacitances we have in our circuit, right? Okay, we have different types of capacitances you can see here. So this is the gate material. Wait. So this is the gate material you can see, and this is the oxide area. This is the oxide area, and this is the channel area. This thing is the channel area. Okay, and this is actually, this is the depletion region, right? This is the depletion. This is the depletion region, which is formed when we diffuse the if it is an NMOS transistor, when we diffuse N plus for the formation of the source and the drain. Generally, the electrons will be moving at high speed. Okay, even though we want to control it to some 1 micrometer depth, it may be further moving more than the 1 micrometer. So they may form you some depletion region between the source and the substrate, or under the drain and the substrate also. That region is called as the depletion region. Okay, that region is called as the depletion region. This depletion region will be, so this is N plus, you can see here, this is N plus. Yeah, this is of p type, right? This is p type substrate, lightly doped p type substrate, right? So this is also N plus. So you can see this P and N, PN junction diode is formed here. Here you can see here a PN junction diode is formed. In the same fashion here also we have some PN junction diode, right? These two are connected end to end. Okay, they both are connected in reverse biased connection, right? So not only that, this is N plus region and this is P plus region. So this we can have some voltage difference. Then where this is of N type and this is of P type. Here there exists the capacitance, right? This is the capacitance formed between the source and the substrate, that is indicated as CSS. Okay, CSS, source and the substrate. And we also have this drain. This drain is also of N plus type, and this is, the substrate is also of P type. So we have this one acts as one plate of the capacitor, and this one acts as one plate of the capacitor, this one acts as another plate of the capacitor. So we are having a capacitance called as CDS between the drain and the substrate. Okay, CDS is nothing but the capacitance formed between the drain and the substrate. And CSS is nothing but the capacitance found between the source and the substrate, right? So not only that, we also have, so you have seen here between the source and the substrate, we are having some depletion region. So this depletion region will be acting as a depletion region of PN junction diode. So we have two diodes. So with respect to substrate, we are having two types of capacitances and also two types of diodes so far, right? Next, you can see here. So this is the channel region, right? This is the channel region. You can see here the channel is actually the channel will be like this in the beginning, okay? But after the transistors gets operated with high input voltages, later the channel will be pinched off at the drain region. The channel is pinched off at the drain region. So that's the reason why the channel is looking like this. It is just the channel is disappearing at the drain. Okay, you can see here the channel is disappearing at the drain. So you can see here. So between the substrate, we can also have a capacitance between the substrate and the channel and the substrate. You can see there. You can see here it is mentioned here, channel to substrate capacitance. Channel to substrate capacitance is indicated as CS, right? So not only that, we also have this capacitances between the gate to channel. Between the gate to channel, this is the gate to channel, this is the gate, and this is the channel. Between the both, we can have some capacitance that is called as CGS, gate to channel capacitance. Okay, so CGC, that is nothing but gate to channel capacitance. This is the gate and this is the channel. So this is nothing but the gate to channel capacitance. In the same way, we have gate and the drain. We have some capacitance that is called as gate to drain capacitance. Okay. So you can see here we have this many number of capacitance. We can also have drain to substrate capacitance. Drain to substrate capacitance. Okay, this thing we have already seen. Source to substrate, drain to substrate. So a single transistor, a single NMOS transistor model, in a single NMOS transistor model, you are observing two diodes and at most 6 number of capacitances, right? They all are formed due to the existence of different types of regions, and each region is of different types, right? With this, one may be of N type, one may be of P type, or another one will be N plus type. Okay, to form a capacitance, two regions should be there. To form a diode, also we have two regions, but we should have some amount of depletion region between, right? So that will be forming a diode. Okay, this is the NMOS transistor model. So we have seen the different types of inverters. So we have this topic in our syllabus, that is latch up in the CMOS circuits, right? Latch up problem. What is this latch up problem? So just now we have seen that in a single transistor, there is NMOS transistor, we have around 6 number of capacitances and 2 number of diodes. Okay. In a similar fashion, when we go with these CMOS circuits, when they are connected or when they are formed, knowingly or unknowingly, some more other types of device will also be formed there. You can see here, for example, so in the P-well structure, this is a CMOS circuit which is done in the P-well. Okay. So how many methods are there in the CMOS fabrication process? One is N-well process, other one is P-well process, the third one is the twin-tub process. Okay. For example, we are taking here only the P-well CMOS circuit. That means generally CMOS inverter circuit in the which is made in a P-well structure. Okay, you can see here. So here we take N-type material and which will be very lightly doped one, which will be acting as an substrate, that is N-type of substrate, right? Then in that N-type of substrate we are forming a P-type of well. You can see here a P-type of well is formed here. This how it is formed means you can you have already studied in the fabrication process. Okay, so this is of P-type of well. Okay, and then in this P-type of well you have to form the what you have to form? You have to form N plus source and N plus drain. That means which will be where you will be forming an NMOS transistor. Okay. So in this N type of substrate, you will be forming P plus source and the P plus drain, right? P plus source and the P plus drain. Okay, you can see here. So here you in the circuits you have not intentionally created these components. You have not created these components, but unknowingly these devices are also formed. Right. These devices are formed and also they are connected to one another, and it has created some other type of circuit. Do you understand? Actually, we forget this thing. This RS, T1, RP, T2, this thing you forget. First, your main intention is to create a N-type substrate. In the N-type substrate, you want to create a P-type of well, and this P-type of well is to form an NMOS transistor, and this N type of substrate is used to form a P type of substrate, P type of transistor, and they has to be connected like this. We used to take the output between the drains. Okay, this is an PMOS drain and this is an NMOS drain. We used to take output here, and we used to give the input for the gates, and we used to connect the sources of NMOS to the VSS. Generally, it will be ground, and the PMOS source will be connected to the VDD. This is what we require actually. But what happened here is so this is an what is this? This is a P type, right? This is P type region. Okay. Okay, you can see here. You can simply see here. So then what is this? We have forgotten this thing. What is this? This is an N-type, right? This is an N-type substrate, but the N-type substrate is of lightly doped. I can't connect a lightly doped material. Okay. this type of material, it should have highly concentration when we want to connect the particular material to the outer world, right? So this n-type material, n-type substrate, which is lightly doped, is made highly concentrated here, right? Okay, so that's the thing what is happened here, right? So this is p type. Okay, here this one, this is n type, and this is p type, well, right? This is p type, this is n type substrate, right? N type substrate, and this is p type region. So we have formed an PNP transistor here. The same fashion, we have an here also we have p type. This is p type, right? Actually this is p well is also a lightly doped one. Okay, that to connect this p type of well, which is a lightly doped one, we should have a little bit highly concentration at the connecting point. So this is a p type. Generally that means p plus. This is p plus, and this is sorry, you can see here, this is of you can see here, right? This is of n plus type, and this is of p type, and this is of n type. Okay, so this is for connecting of this p type of well. But you can observe here, this is either it is a source or drain. For NMOS it will be n plus only, right? So this will be drain. Okay, well and good. This is source source of n plus type. So n plus, and this is p, and this is n. Here also we formed an NPN transistor. Okay, here NPN transistor is formed. Here PNP transistor is formed. We get now. So actually we have an intention to form a CMOS circuit with P-well structure, but unknowingly we also have formed an PNP transistor and also NPN transistor. Okay. But unknowingly another devices are formed which is also having some amount of resistances and also resistances. Okay, so that is nothing but the latching up. Okay, some devices are unknowingly found when we design, so that will be generally treated as latch up, right? It's the latch up effect, right, in a structure. So this is correspondingly, drawn the circuit in separate like this, right? Place some amount of resistances like this, and finally this total circuit model is created like this. Okay, having some diode with some current source. So the total latch up circuit voltage versus latch up current. Okay, it is like this. See the characteristics of voltage and latch up current. Its characteristics will be like this. Okay. So we have some remedies to overcome these latch-up problems. Okay. Generally, there will be an increase in the substrate doping levels. Okay. We used to use very lightly doped substrates. Instead of that, we can use little bit. We can increase the now we can increase the concentration of the substrates also, just to avoid the formation of this NPN and PNP transistors, bipolar transistors. And also we can have this, we have formed RP and RS resistances. Those things can be controlled. That too by it can be done with the help of low contact resistance to the VSS. Okay. Other other more elaborate measures can be introduced to form this latch up problems. Right. Okay. That is the concept of latch up. Right. We used to have discussion of only the MOSFETs regarding the latch up or else the circuit models, not other BiCMOS latch up susceptibilities and also others, which is not required in our syllabus. Right. So they are also similar fashion only. Okay. So by that we can end the first unit.